This is the most serious thing that I've ever said to the public in my entire life. I'm Ric Flair, and I play the game by my rules. If you are the best at what you do.
Greetings and welcome to Behind the Scenes. Now, before I jump into this episode of Behind the Scenes, this was almost a Seamless Style episode. And it was this close to being a Seamless Style episode. And truthfully, the only reason, well, there's two reasons. The only reasons that this is not a Seamless Style episode is because, one, I felt inclined to, of course, keep with the theme of Seamless Style, which would mean I would sit down in my chair for the introduction and the outro, and I would have on an ensemble. Okay? And I didn't want to do that. And two, if it's a Seamless Style episode, then again, keeping with traditions, which sometimes we do pivot. It's rare, but sometimes we do pivot. But keeping with traditions, then I would have had to put this episode on a Sunday. As it stands, I really wanted to post this episode soon as I finished editing because I really like this episode. And we haven't done an episode like this before, to my knowledge. And because I am the president, CEO, COO, CFO, CCO, senior vice president, editor, producer, director, writer of Seamless Style, I should know that whether or not I've done this episode before, but I'm almost positive. I'm like 99% positive I have not done this particular episode to this extent. Okay? So, long story less long, because I don't want to start rambling, because I am excited. But this episode is about bags. And now me, I carry a bag pretty much everywhere I go. Okay, pretty much everywhere I go. Especially to work. But if I'm running errands, I probably have a bag in the car, maybe even carry it with me, just depending on what the errands are. Definitely if I'm going out of town, that's obvious. Bag and or bags, usually in my case bags, are coming. Like there's not too many times I don't carry a bag unless it's not needed, because I'm not carrying a bag for the sake and sole purpose of just carrying a bag. Yes, bags are essential for me, but they're not essential from a fashion standpoint or even a style standpoint. They serve a purpose. All right. I don't like things in my pocket. I don't. The only thing I want in my pocket is cash, and I rarely carry cash. But I don't want keys. I don't want a wallet. I don't want my phone. I don't want any of that stuff in my pocket. Now, going to work, not only do I have the four essentials, keys, wallet, money, phone, but then I have a charger. I have another gadget, whether it be a tablet or a laptop, right? Like I said, a charger. I may have lunch. I may take lunch to work. Like all of this stuff is stuff that I just want to be able to conveniently tote around, pun intended, without having to have things in my pocket. Okay. So as a Ralph Lauren guy, I think a lot of y'all are at the stage where you need to start investing in bags. All right. We're men and we have a lot of responsibility, and a lot of responsibility could entail having quite a few things to have to carry. You know what I'm saying? So a bag is necessary for us. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the different styles of bags. Obviously, they're all Ralph Lauren. Okay. But I'm going to show the different styles of bags, give you a quick tutorial on their uses or their popularity, what they're most popular for, what they're most known for, where you see them the most often, things like that. All right, so let's start with the first bag, which is a weekender. All right, this particular weekender, double RL. I got my Polo Bar card in the card slot, the suitcase slot, the tag slot, identity slot, whatever you want to call it. My double RL bag has a little bit of wear and tear. That's how I like it. I'm rough with this bag, and I'm rough with this bag for a reason, because it's a beauty, and I needed to have that distressed look, that weathered look. All right, so we still working on it, but you know, we getting some marks and some scuffs and such and such and so and so. All right, as you can see, leather, 2 giant outside pockets. All right, there is a shoulder strap, but I taking it off, and to be honest, I don't even know where it's at, because I was never going to use that shoulder strap. Okay, as you see the inside here, olive in hue, canvas, sturdy. All right, it's got 2 giant sides plus an extra pocket. It's got straps to tie down your garments. It's a definite weekender, no doubt, no doubt about it. All right, you got a separate compartment here right behind your outdoor pockets for more items that you may or may not need. Now, when you're talking about a weekender, obviously you would definitely need the toiletries bag. I tend to, if the weekend is 3 days or longer, I tend to need both of my toiletry bags. All right, so 2 toiletry bags is a must for me, because I'm just not stuffing everything in one toiletry bag. All right, and there are a lot of things that I like to take. Various travel sizes of Ralph Lauren fragrances, toothpaste, shaving utensils, my own soaps, things like that. All right, this is a great bag. It's double RL. It's mostly leather. There is some canvas to it, but this tote bag, this weekender is a must-have for any man that does any traveling of any kind. So whether you travel for a living, or you go on a weekend vacation once a year, or anything in between, you still need a weekender. Okay, a book bag in that type of scenario just isn't gonna cut it. Now, the next bag is the bowling ball bag, and it's affectionately known as a bowling ball bag because it's shaped like the bag that they carry bowling balls in. Right. It's shaped just like a bag that they carry, that bowling professionals or bowling aficionados carry bowling balls in. So it's shaped the same way. All right. Now, this is one of my favorite bags, but it's not a bag that gets a whole lot of use. One, because of the color scheme on it, is just kind of, it is what it is. It's great colors, don't get me wrong. College green, navy, and gold. That's 3 of the 4. Another reason is the size. This bowling ball bag is particularly large. All right, but here in the luggage tag, Polo Ralph Lauren, tailored especially for Mr. Parker. Date 6/7/1967, and what does that say? Running number 067. But anyway, Polo Athletic Department, nice crest, very similar to Duke University crest, and that is not a coincidence. As you know, 2 of the 3 siblings did go and graduate from Duke. But great bag, bowling ball bag. So let's look a little deeper though. So the bowling ball bag, this particular one, like I said, has nice size to it. All right, dual zippers. It does come with a shoulder strap. I don't really use the shoulder strap. I would use the shoulder strap if I decided that a 2-day adventure or maybe even a 3-day adventure did not warrant the weekender, like the double RL one, for example. That's a bigger bag that you can pack more stuff in. But let's say the weekend was just consistent of going to the beach, and there was no inclination of doing extensive photo shoots, just simply going to the beach. Like sometimes you just go to the beach. You don't go to the beach with the plans of having extravagant dinners or jumping on yachts or taking photos. You just want to go to the beach, right? So if that's the case, you might just need undergarments and swimming apparel, swimming trunks. All right. So the weekender might work better for that. And then once that bag is full, then maybe this strap would be used. But as you can see, I have yet to use this strap, unpack the strap, anything. Like, I put it in here for the purposes of this video, but it sits with the rest of the straps that never get used. All right. Interior's navy, pretty navy color here, green, college green pocket. Got a fifth pocket, more like a ticket pocket on a blazer, on a sports coat. All right. Just a neat bag, man. A lot of room, like I said, a lot of room and little places for little extras to go in. But that's the bowling ball bag, and it's a great bag for, again, if you got smaller packing to do for certain trips. But it's also a great bag for running around town as well. It's a great bag for that also. Now, our next bag is the briefcase. The briefcase, for the most part, is for business. All right. And I don't want you to get it confused. Business doesn't necessarily have to be full-blown corporate America, navy, gray, or black suit business, because if that's the case, then your briefcase needs to represent that. All right. So something nice and simple in a black or brown or any hue of brown would be the route you would want to take when you're talking full-on corporate America business. Okay. Yet and still, when you're carrying a briefcase gives off the impression of sophistication. It gives off an impression of seriousness. All right. There's nothing whimsical about a briefcase, no matter the style of it. So if you do see a briefcase and it gives you a whimsical vibe, I would leave it right where you saw it and would not purchase it, because people are taken seriously when they carry a briefcase. It just is what it is. People are taken seriously when they carry a briefcase. That said, this briefcase is by Double RL. Okay. Now, it's hand tooled. It's a signature. That's a signature for the Double RL lifestyle. Something being hand tooled like this, but hand tooled leather. But this briefcase could still easily be considered something that only a serious person would carry at that time, right? Because it's still a briefcase and it still just gives that vibe of seriousness. Looking inside of it, it is what it is. It's a briefcase. You're not going to have a lot of storage room, but a briefcase is for a phone, a laptop, a couple of keys, a wallet. That's about it. You don't put a lot into a briefcase. Paperwork, whether you got a couple of manila envelopes with some extremely urgent paperwork in it, it goes in your briefcase. It goes behind your laptop. There are no hidden pockets here. No hidden pockets, no hidden agenda. You just got two sides. That's it. You just got two sides. So again, there's not a lot of storage that goes on when it comes to a briefcase. It's just a matter of, are you serious enough to carry a briefcase? So there's a time and a place for a briefcase. You're obviously not going to carry a briefcase if you're running a few errands, going to the grocery store and to get your oil changed. Briefcase is a little too It's a little too serious for that. But if you're going to work and you have some paperwork for a clerk to send off, and it's important, it's the difference between a 8-figure deal being completed, or you've been on the unemployment line, which we know that's not how things exactly work today. But just play with me for a minute. Pause. That's when you have a briefcase. It's serious today. All right. We're not here to joke. We're not here to have a good time. We're here to take care of this business. Now, this next bag is definitely more casual, more activity driven than any other bag that you'll see today. All right. This particular bag is a bag that I stumbled upon. And to be honest, I haven't stumbled upon a bag like this since. This bag, I was in Silver Spring, Maryland, which is right outside of DC. So the DMV, shout out to DMV. I was in Silver Spring, Maryland. I just done a shoot at Georgetown and, you know, did a little quick travel. I want to say damn near right across the street to Georgetown's Ralph Lauren store. At the time, I was an employee of Ralph Lauren, and they had clearance items that were an additional 40% off. So clearance price, already in red, additional 40% off, and then as an employee, my 40% off. So I ended up getting this bag for like $75. Man, I was loving it. I was loving it. This is a bag that I would, it's oilcloth, okay? I'm not sure, to be honest, because I don't know everything. I'm not sure the exact term of this bag. If you know, put it in the comment section. This bag is oilcloth. I would call this a utilitarian bag. I would call this an outdoor tote bag, something along those lines, if I was going to have to put a name on it. But I don't really know what type of bag this is. I just know it's a beaut. All right, you see it. All right, the outside pockets are huge. All right, metal buttons, diamond quilted at the bottom for sturdiness. The back, functional metal button to close this entire pocket, but this entire pocket is a compartment. All right, that's a whole compartment. Let's look on the inside. The bag has a lot of room. All right, it's almost the size of a bank bag. Okay, so you could carry a lot of money in it if for some reason you had that type of cash. All right, but it's almost the size of a bank bag, right? It's very deep, and it does widen very well. Okay, there's a lot of give to it, so it can be stuffed if it needs to be stuffed. Polo Ralph Lauren in leather on the inside. 2 pockets separated by stitching. A third nice size pocket here with this zipper enclosed. All right, the patch on the outside of the pocket says Polo RL and Company. Has a nice little PRL insignia on the front, but it just gives off vibes of being for outdoor and activity. When it comes to this bag, I do tend to always carry it with the strap, but I carry it both ways. I'll hold it like this, or I'll throw it over my shoulder, or I'll throw it crossbody. Either way, this bag is fantastic. I have used this bag for work. I have used this bag for play. I've never carried this bag in the stamp from a sense of myself being completely dressed up. Just because to me it's a little bit too casual for that look. It may work with a suit. It may work with a suit and tie. I don't know. I've never done it. Just me. If you have this bag and you've worn it with a suit and you pulled off the look, let me know in the comments, because I'm definitely willing to give it a shot. But I just never thought of this bag as being that per se. But this is a great bag, man. Like I said, camping, fishing, hiking, just anything like that, this bag is perfect for outdoor activity. Now this next bag, the name of this bag implies that at one point in time it had a purpose. It's still, to believe it or not, it still has that same purpose, especially in major metropolitan cities. However, at this point, this bag is just one of the go-to bags. It just is what it is. We rocking and we rolling. All right. And I've decided I'm going to actually show 2 of them today. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8, 9 of these bags. All right. That's how much of a go-to this bag is. That's how much they tend to not be super pricey. Okay. And that's just how much use this bag has for a man's life. All right. Drum roll. Y'all already know what it is anyway, I'm pretty sure. The messenger bag. All right. The messenger bag. The messenger bag was just that when it was first introduced back in 19 blankety blank. It was a bag that messengers used to carry the documents, the messages, whatever it was, the paraphernalia to and from. All right. Like I said, major metropolitan cities, a lawyer needed to get paperwork to another lawyer. He could either call FedEx and FedEx will come by in a day or 2, pick it up and get it down the street by the next day. Well, who has time for that when somebody's life is on the line, right? This way, biker, someone on foot, biker as in bicyclist, someone on foot, etc. You call a messenger service, they come pick your item up, they put it in their messenger bag, throw the strap across body, jump back on their bicycle, head to the drop-off spot. Everybody's happy, the paperwork's there on time, the messenger gets paid at the end of the week, all is right with the world. All right. Fast forward to now, the messenger bag is something that you just see again in major metropolitan cities. You see it all over the public transportation systems, whether it be a city bus, whether you see somebody jumping in a cab, they got a messenger bag on. But most importantly, when you see somebody on that subway system, on that E-train, headed to the financial district, you're going to see all the messenger bags in the world, because it's just it's a convenient bag. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's not going to get really wide, it's not going to get but so heavy you could easily throw it crossbody, so it's harder for these broke ass people who don't want to work and want to steal for a living to snatch it. And it's enough room in there to keep things. Let's look in this particular one here. This is a Rugby Ralph Lauren one, and no, it was not cheap. The guy cut me air quotes deal. Oh, but I still didn't want to really pay what I paid for it. But I just had to have this bag. It's freaking great. Plenty of storage room. Just one centralized location for storage. You do have the kangaroo pocket on the inside that does have a snap. You see the Rugby Ralph Lauren logo tag in there. The bag has a key, a lock and key. All right. I do have the key. I will lock this thing up on occasion and keep it locked. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Pebbled leather, nice distressing already on it. It was like that when I bought it. I did buy it pre-owned. The straps, the Rugby and Company logo there. The handle is great. The brass trimming all over. You see how the kangaroo pocket in the back has plenty of room and how it closes. Okay. The strap of this thing is just awesome. This is a great bag, man. This is a beautiful bag. And like I said, I paid a pretty penny for it, but I get my use out of it. I definitely get my use out of it. And I ain't mad. I ain't mad at what I ain't mad at how I had to do and what I had to do to get this bag. Before that Rugby bag became my favorite messenger bag out of my collection, there was this messenger bag, and this is also Rugby Ralph Lauren. And I mean, what you want me to tell you, man? What you want me to tell you? This is just, listen, first of all, this crossbody strap, being in blue and gold. And I have a couple that actually have straps like this, but this with the accents here is just, let's look at the bag. Let's just look at the bag. So the inside, I don't know why there's a piece of gum in my bag, but the inside of this bag, man, plenty of storage room in this bag. Because the bag is mostly canvas, it has a little more air quote stretch to it. So you actually get a little more storage room out of this messenger bag than you would your normal messenger bag, which is great. That's awesome. Interior, you have one kangaroo pocket and another pocket that's separated by stitching that's more so for a smaller cell phone, maybe a pack of Black and Mild cigars or something of that effect. I'm just joking, but yeah, it's something. It's just an extra storage space, and it's cool. It's nice. It's nice to have it. You can put your pens in there, whatever the case may be. The iconic rugby garment tag on the inside here. Again, just a spacious bag. The outside has a kangaroo flat pocket that closes with a belt strap. These leather handles, these leather hooped handles with the navy and yellow belt style accents here. This is dope, man. All the leather on here is nice and distressed. The canvas is in great looking condition, but it does have that distressed look to it. So this type of messenger bag, like I said, is one of my favorites as well. It was my favorite one until I finally purchased that leather one, which that became my favorite and more of a go-to. But this bag gets a lot of use because it's, like I said, it's a messenger bag, so it's very convenient. It's very easy to just throw it crossbody and get your day done. Now the next bag I want to show you guys, I had quite a few options as well to choose from. I just picked the option that I use the most, all right? And I use this one the most pretty much solely based on the color of it, okay? But the next bag I want to show you is the tote bag, all right? This particular tote bag has an equestrian embroidered crest here, PRL Ralph Lauren fine quality goods, crossed mallets, crown, polo, established 1967. All right. Very simplistic tote, but very eye-catching. Very eye-catching. Navy. So it goes with a lot. Again, this is one of the tote bags that I use the most. So, and that's why, because it's navy, leather trimming, leather straps here. The bottom is leather. As you can see, I have used it. Nice distressing going on the leather. But let's look on the inside. This will be very quick. Trust me. On the inside of this bag is just a bunch of damn room, a bunch of damn space. And that's all you need for a tote bag. You just need a lot of space. This particular tote bag has one pocket on the inside with the leather polo tag on it. And it closes with a, does this close with a zipper? No, there's no closure to this particular inside pocket. Now the bag itself closes with a zipper, which is great. But yeah, a tote bag is just what it sounds like. It's a giant tote. And the thing about a tote bag that I really like is the fact that when you carry a tote bag and your machismo just oozes naturally, then nobody's looking at you like, why is he carrying a big ass purse? Or why is he carrying a bag like my wife carried? Nobody's thinking that. They like, bro, killing it. And that tote bag crazy. It just is what it is. Yes, it does look like a giant pocketbook that a woman would carry, but we all know it's not. It's a unisex item, but it's a true unisex item. And most bags are unisex items. There are some bags that are strictly for women, and then there are bags that are unisex. I can't think of a bag that's strictly for a man. I can't. Okay. But to each his or her own. I know that tote bags are needed for me, so I have about 5 or 6 of them, something like that. Yeah, I have about 5 or 6 tote bags. I don't know, 5, 6, maybe even have 7. But a tote bag is something that's essential. Now, as far as a tote bag is concerned, you can use it for weekend getaways. You could use it for outdoor activities, depending on the bag. It's great for the beach. That's probably where it got most popularized. Pack your swimsuits, your flip flops, and your towels in a tote bag. Drive to the beach. Get to the room. Unpack everything, and then you throw in all your picnic items. You know, your snacks and everything, and then you head to the beach with the same bag that you used to actually get to the beach. You know, it's a tote. You're just toting things around. That's what you're doing. So yes, a tote bag is definitely perfect for the beach, but it's also something that you can use in your day to day. I use tote bag. I take a tote bag to work all the time. All right, tote bags, messengers, but I take tote bags to work all the time because it just depends on that day. Like I said, if I have lunch, keys, wallet, money, phone, charger, tablet, laptop, like I can get that all in the tote, and I can carry it comfortably. So tote bag, essential. Now, last but certainly not least, in my collection of bags is a great bag. It's a fantastic bag. I don't use it a lot because of its size. So this is not a bag that I would tend to carry to work that often. But this is a great fucking bag. Great fucking bag. This bag is called a doctor's bag. All right? A doctor's bag. Man. Now this bag, of course, like with all leather goods, I like distressed leather more than I like anything else. So a couple of spots here and there is fine. This spot I don't like. But Polo Ralph Lauren, doctor's bag, right? This bag has a combination lock. Let's see if I can, well, you'll see it, but it's got combinations at the top. This bag has a combination lock. If you don't know the combination, you will not get this bag open. It's just that simple. All right. It's just a great bag. It's called a doctor's bag because a bag like this was popularized by doctors when they used to make house calls. They'd have a bag probably not quite this size, maybe a tad bit smaller. Typically it was in black, but it was a great bag. The way it opens, it was convenient for doctors. It had storage for all their doctor shit. So yeah, it was a great bag. But let's look at this bag, man. Like I said, this is a great freaking bag. When you open it, you see how it opens, which is just, it's just awesome. It's just awesome. It's a true doctor's bag. It's got various storage facilities in this bag. They all have snap closures. They all give extra beautiful extra space, but then just the space in itself for storage is more than enough. This is a bag that you could actually probably fit a lot of stuff in for a weekend. Okay. But you could smuggle a couple of small children in this bag. It's got a lot of room in it once you open it up, man. Look at that beautiful leather. It's just beautiful, beautiful leather on this bag. One handle, because once you close it and lock this bag, this handle, which is just built beautifully and very sturdy, is perfect for one hand. And it's just, I mean, it's a great bag. Now, what I will tell you with this particular doctor bag is the bottom of this bag will scratch any surface to death. So unless you mad at her, don't set this bag on the trunk of her car. You're gonna scratch that up. Now, if you're mad at her and you want to get even about something, then you put it on the trunk of her car. All right. And when she moves it, it's going to scratch her car up. And you say, oh, shoot, I didn't know, honey. I'm sorry. Anywho, I digest. But yeah, these things right here, man, just be careful with stuff like this. It will scratch the back of that cup. Look at how sturdy this is, man. You even get an added little bit of room just from the amount of stuff that you put in here. This bag has a little bit of flex to it, man. Doctor bag, beautiful bag. It's not an essential per se. That's more so of just a bag that I had to have, right? Simple and plain. I just said last but not least, but it's actually more so second to last but not least, because this is last but not least. This bag sees more use than all the other bags put together. Why you say that, Parker? I'll tell you why I say that. Because this bag goes in every bag that you've seen today. And that is my man purse. All right. Call it what you want. I don't care, but I'm not carrying this bag alone by itself. Just like, that's not me. I can't do it. But this bag is essential. All right. This bag is also Polo Ralph Lauren. All right. This bag was picked up at a Goodwill or something for like $2. All right. And that was 8-9 years ago. Still using it. All right. As you can see, it snaps right there to close the zipper, but it's one zipper. And in this bag, I keep a lot of essentials. I keep travel size cologne, just in case. You never know. This was more so from when I was working in the with Ralph Lauren, but I just never took this out of my bag. And you never know. You just might need it for something. When you're a style guy, you might need it for something. But the tape measure, might need that for something. It's a Ralph Lauren tape measure. I keep some other stuff in here. Since the pandemic, I've always kept at least one mask in here, just in case some idiot's coughing. I got hand sanitizer in here. I have an old school shoehorn in the silver in here in one of the compartments. Yeah, just your typical shenanigans going on in this bag. But this bag goes in every bag that you see if I use it. So whether I'm carrying the tote, whether I'm carrying the bowling ball, whether I'm carrying a weekender, whether I'm carrying a messenger, this bag is going in there because there are things that I keep in here that I may or may not need throughout the course of a day. So I'm gonna keep it in here. And again, I'm not the type to carry a man purse like this and walk around and be humble, which that's fine if you do. I just like to, I carry a bag. I'm not carrying this though. This is a purse, dude. But it's for men, right? So that's another episode of Behind the Scenes. We did bags. What y'all think, man? Like I'm telling you, if you're not into bags, but you into Ralph Lauren, the brand and the lifestyle, and you coming a long way, or you've come a long way, or you've been doing your thing for a while, bags are essential, bro. You don't have to have as many bags as me. Like, I'm not a minimalist. I'm just not. I'm not a minimalist. And I'm unapologetic about it. I don't care what anybody says or thinks. I'm not a minimalist though. So sometimes my collecting can turn to hoarding. I have a lot of bags. I would venture to say I have at least 30 bags, but they all serve a purpose. Every single solitary one of my bags serve a purpose. And again, I'm the type, I don't like things in my pocket. I don't think it looks good. I don't think it feels good. So I don't like anything in my pocket. The only thing that can go in my pocket is cash. So, you may see, if you see me out and about, you may see me put my phone in my pocket here and there, but for the most part, my phone is in my hands. And if I have a bag with me, a lot of times I may slide my phone in the bag. I can do that because if I'm out and about, I'm probably not going to be on my phone that often anyway. All right. But let me know what your thoughts are, man. What do you think about bags? Are you a person that has bags? Are you a person that uses bags daily? And if you are not, why not? You need a bag, bro. You need a bag. It's going to add to your style. It's going to add to your look. It's going to add to your mystique. Okay. So get into the bags, man. Artists paint pictures, haters paint narratives. Don't be a hater. All right.